I see my name in shining lights. Yeah, a different city every night. Oh, I swear the world better prepare for when I'm a billionaire.
It's time to get down to business on the weekend's #1 business program. Known as the King of Networking, your host, Shalom Klein, has worked with thousands of entrepreneurs and created countless jobs. So, to success. Let's get down to business.
And indeed, we're all about small business, jobs, and entrepreneurship and business. We talk a lot about business here on with Get Down to Business, and I'm your host, Shalom Klein. And remember, you can always download podcasts from Get Down to Business on my website at Shalom Klein. And while you are there, don't forget to follow me on Twitter at Shalom Klein. It's going to be a jam-packed week of content and information you will not want to miss. And I've been super excited to have my next group of actually 3 guests, believe it or not, that are joining me to talk about a pretty amazing initiative, which I will let you hear from them directly. But I am joined by Olga Camargo, Juan Carlos Avila, and Patricia Mota, who are joining me to talk about their amazing initiative that they're working on together. Team, welcome to the program.
I'm so happy to be here.
Absolutely. So, Olga, thanks so much for jumping in. And if you don't mind, just tell us a little bit about this amazing fintech web-based app. And as we go around the virtual table over here, I'll have maybe each of you just tell our audience a little bit about yourselves. Absolutely.
So, SHENIX really is it's an app, web-based app right now, and really it's a fintech educational app. And that's really, it's been put in place because we know that Latinas in our community across the nation are needing information, resources, access to many tools to be able to make the best informed financial decisions for themselves, their family, their businesses, their community in general. And so we have built this app. 3 Latinos have come together to build this app for Latinas. We're experienced in our space, in the spaces of the financial industry and career development programming. So that's what it is, and we hope to make a big impact for our Latina community.
That's awesome. And just in 10 seconds or less, can you just briefly tell us a little bit about your background and what the journey in launching SHENIX was like?
Sure. So I have over 2 decades worth of financial services experience. Most currently serving as a investment fiduciary. And so going through some of my professional work, I have picked up on some of the needs within our Latina community.
Awesome. And I know, Olga, you are the CEO and founder of SHENIX, but you're joined by amazing colleagues, Juan Carlos Avila, who we were just talking offline. We worked together on a little project a while back, and Juan, I know you are the co-founder and president. So I'll kick it over to you, just to again also just in 10 seconds or less explain your background, but also tell us a little bit about some of the functions and goals for SHENIX.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us, and thank you. It's great to reconnect. So, from my background, economics, MBA, worked in the financial services industry my entire career, but saw firsthand how Latinos and specifically Latinas struggled around finding financial literacy, education, resources, and tools, and then not being able to make prudent decisions around their money because they didn't have that information. And then also growing up as the first generation born here in this country, in a Latino family where my mom really drove the investment and the finance decisions, and seeing her struggling, growing up. So for us, it's all about, in regarding the app, is providing those resources in a culturally relevant way that speaks to these individuals from a trusted source.
Wow. Well, congratulations, and thanks for doing all of that. I know how passionate you are in making a difference, and certainly in developing an app like this, which makes it as so accessible, is huge. So now I'm kicking over to the third co-founder over here, and that's Patricia Mota, who I know is so passionate about this important work. So Patricia, likewise, curious to hear about your background and why now? Why are you guys dedicating so much of your time? I know all 3 of you have very impressive careers focusing on helping Latinas entrepreneurs grow and secure their wealth. So who are you and why now?
Yeah, absolutely. My career trajectory spans from co-founding nonprofit, working in government affairs and higher education, to going back to a nonprofit after earning my graduate degree in public administration, to really build and scale programs to help Latinos and professionals to get to the next level in their career. And so I've gotten to do that at ASE as the president and CEO there, as the Hispanic Alliance for Career Enhancement. And one of our staple marquee programs is our Mujeres de ASE, which is our Latina leadership program, where I found through the last 15 years, through their personal finance journey, what are their trials and tribulations and the struggles. And so definitely saw the need head on in terms of through this program. And so there's a need out there, and they've come to myself, to Olga, Juan Carlos, and folks through our trusted circles for questions, asking for resources, for guidance on negotiating pay, on how to help, build their investments and things like that. And so there's a need out there. So we've seen it throughout my career trajectory. And I'm a proud Latina, Mexican American, and daughter of immigrants, and also their own personal family and our stories have experienced the challenges and the need as well.
And learning from those challenges and now helping to set the next generation up for success. So to any of you, I am curious, again, we're talking about SHENIX. We're talking with the three co-founders, Olga, Juan Carlos, and Patricia. And if our listeners wanted to go to SHENIX, which will send, of course, all of the contact and web information, all that, what will they find? What can they expect in that journey of this web-based app?
Sure. They can first and foremost access the web-based app by going to SHENIX, SHENIX .app, A-P-P. And once you're there, just so you know, it's absolutely free. Everybody should know that there's actually nothing there that you can't access for free. There is the opportunity to kickstart, I guess, still the 2023 new year, right? I mean, we're still like in the first quarter, and still be able to take more control of your finances. And what you'll get there is you'll be able to, just take the sort of like go through the intake form and answer a couple of questions. And at the end, you get a suggested budget for yourself for the year, right? And that's really based more on the salary that you're currently making. Clearly, that budget can change every time you have, you go through a salary change. You can go back in there and you can actually input it again, and you'll get your new budget. And that's absolutely free. And what we also have is also the opportunity to select, in terms of telling us a little bit more about yourself, like what kind of a plan you would need. There's stuff that is just there, a plan that's just basic plan, which is just for individuals trying to understand a little bit more about finances. Another plan is more about just getting someone that is maybe a little bit more ahead in their career, understands a little bit more about finances, but still has other questions. And then we also have a third plan, which is more about helping out Latinas in business and anyone really that would need that kind of assistance. And again, all absolutely free, but that just tells us who you are.
Amazing. Well, again, congratulations. And I know that you have a very special virtual event coming up on April 1st, just literally days away, that we can share with our audience. Can somebody describe and tell us a little bit about what they can expect?
Sure, I can also jump in on that one. So basically it is, we're going to be featuring two panels. We're going to feature two panels. One will be more on just getting to know how Latinas and corporations are trying to get ahead, what kind of career development they're undergoing, what kind of career development they need. And that's definitely going to be actually led by Patricia Mota, one of our co-founders. She'll be the moderator there. We're also going to have a second panel to really have more of a conversation with Latina business owners. Also, again, to talk a little bit about their struggles right now, what they've learned along the way, also resources that are available to them so that they can continue making great informed decisions. And that'll be led by myself and Juan Carlos.
Fantastic. Amazing stuff that you guys are doing. So as we just wrap up over here, I'll turn it over to Patricia and just to close us out and again, tell us that website, and then we'll wrap up with Juan Carlos over here. So Patricia, where can people find this SHENIX, this fintech web-based app?
Absolutely. Yeah, this is about building community. And so the event coming up on April 1st is definitely an opportunity for everyone to engage. SHENIX.app is where you'll find more information.
Super easy. Fantastic. And Juan Carlos, you will close us out over here. In 1 year from now, what do you want people to be hearing about SHENIX?
I really want SHENIX to be part of the conversation of really appreciating and understanding and empowering the Latino community, which is the 5th largest GDP if it was its own country, to understand that the future of our economy, the American economy, and where we're struggling right now, it is really behind these immigrant communities and these communities that are young and that have that are growing. But in order to grow properly, they need the proper information, resources, and tools.
SHENIX.app, Juan Carlos Avila, Olga Camargo, and Patricia Mota, thank you so much for joining us. We'll link in the show notes as well, but we've got to squeeze in a quick break here in the show all about small business, jobs, and entrepreneurship. Lots more when we return in just a moment.